Hello everyone, Digfig here, and welcome back to some more The Outer Worlds. I did just hit a mine, so my screen's a little bit blurry, but apparently when we were exploring this bridge here in between these Cascadia places, I missed this room, because I'm terrible at full clearing apparently, and it actually let me open the other gate, but I was going to leave this planet and just move on, but I realized I never went down this elevator, so we're just going to quickly explore where this actually goes. As I just in my brain, it was part of the secret lab, but when we came out of the secret lab, it took me somewhere else. Not down here. Cascadia Bridge safe house discovered. Okay, well, so I'm definitely happy we came down here, and I'm kind of surprised none of you guys in the comments decided to complain to me that I didn't come down here. But I did do a pretty decent job explaining it away as part of the secret lab. Even though it's just not, so I don't really know the point of down here. I mean, it requires nothing to get into, so they're definitely not trying to hide it. Anyone in here? Herbert. Herbert is down here. Herbert, you got some skeletons in your closet. It's not exactly your closet. You're also geared to the teeth and armor. Can we talk to you, Herbert? Okay, Herbert's just straight up going aggressive. I really wanted to talk to Herbert. Herbert is armored to the teeth. He also has a fun little scythe here. I'm more or less just enjoying watching him fight. Okay. Never anger a man of the cloth. He was put down. Where are you shooting? Ow. The mechanical sentry came alive on us. Okay, well, there has to be a way to not make him hostile. You'd think. I mean, he's a named NPC. Sugar Ops and Candy Cane. What the fuck? I mean, it does end tech damage, but it's super low DPS. And the armor he's... Okay, what was that sound when I picked up that armor? What? And I swear that cow just had nothing on it, and now it has stuff on it? So... I really don't want to make that. Like, this is my brain. There's gotta be a way to make it so he's not hostile. Why was he hostile? I mean, I did break into his safe house and everything. Holy crunch berries. That's really cool. I haven't seen a game like line up actual shelves like that, like ever that I can remember, with products you can loot. Huh. I mean, I guess why is he hostile? I mean, there are a bunch of bones everywhere. At least he was nice enough to like group them all together. If he was eating them and stuff, I don't know. Again, though, the loot and everything he has is so low. And this is an orange. A yellow bot. Food sentry bot? Like, why is this down here? What is it? Why is there no explanation? There's no consoles. There's no talking to anyone. It's just a place. Wow, there is a console down here. Okay. This terminal is the sole property of Buckwater. Access by any person other than Buckwalter H is unauthorized. Consult Rosa. Journal entry. Okay. Available entry preparations. Excuse me. I fear that when you wake, you'll think I've abandoned you like Rizzo has. I assure you of the opposite. I have commenced preparations to ensure you and Herbert survive until you are both rescued. As for myself, I fear the worst. I will make every attempt to survive the coming months, but the bites I suffer while fleeing from the Raptidon show no signs of healing. I can only hope that you wake before I pass, but in the worst case, know that I love you both. Yours now and well after my atoms have been congested to the ether. Howard. Consigned to the ether. Okay. Rationing. Okay. Our quarters may be tiny, but Herbert continues to investigate its every nook and cranny with utter delight. I am pleased to report that he shows no signs of distress following our soldiers into this humble new home. I have brought with me everything I can take from the surface. Our ex-colleagues continue to try and live above ground, though they have barred the north gate from the approaching raptidons. They remain unaware of the existence of this hideaway, and I aim to keep it so. If they found my store of food, they'd surely seek to divide it amongst themselves. Recalling my emergency training throughout, though it was years ago, I have managed to secure inhibition to sustain you while you sleep so peacefully. To secure the intubate, I don't know what this word is. I'm stupid. But either way, I'm trying to think, like, how does everyone not notice this thing down here? It's obvious there's an elevator on the bridge. It's not hard. I mean, I guess you had the auto mechanicals guarding the entrance, but I don't know. Properly rationed, our supplies will last some years. Surely enough that Rizzo will come to rescue us, and the very least Herbert shall survive well throughout his adolescent years with a proper rationing. Oh, so it's the child I just killed. As for myself, my wounds have begun to smell. Herbert pretends not to notice, but the way his nose crinkles reminds me of how he used to. Yeah, that's not a good sign. How he grows with each passing day, years now, and well after my atoms have consigned to the ether. Howard. Engineering a mother. I hope you will not take offense should you one day wake to find an automechanical preparing Herbert's meals or adjusting your intake tubes. It has been taken quite an effort and many failures, to which my new Burns can attest, to engineer an automaton to take care of any person, much less one infant and a comatose woman. So his wife is comatose, or significant other. Child's down here with him. He's severely injured, but he had time to build an automechanical. I don't know. With any luck, should the infection of my leg continue to grow, these mechanicals will handily replace my fatherly duties and maintain the loving care required to raise Herbert and nurse you back to health. To my surprise, the cooking model is even capable of limited tutoring services. Interesting. Yours now and forever on my son, blah blah blah, Howard. So I don't see any tubes, so one of these is the mother. The other one over here is probably the father. They don't have any marks on the leggings. You think they would want to be together, like he would cuddle in, but I guess he doesn't want to get her sick, so he'd probably go as far away as possible. He probably didn't just go out here to die. Clearly at some point Raptidon and stuff got down here. Huh. There is more to this though. Journal entries, underwear. The automechanicals are working splendidly. Their fever reminds me of my youth years ago before I became an exhausted husk I am today. Part of me is thankful that you cannot see me in such a state with one useless leg and ominous streaks of black racing along my veins. You should cut off your leg, dude. You should have done it a long time ago if it's really that infected, and have one of these automatrons use medical things to keep your ass alive. Better to be like a gimp, I guess is what that would be called, or an amputee, I don't know. I will leave you with words of advice. In the absence of proper undergarments, I have thought the automechanicals to wash trained raptidon hides for reuse. Tanned raptidon, not trained, lulz. With the last vestiges of my strength, I collected a few from the surface. So you're injured, you're one-legged, you're super infected, yet you can still go fight raptidons and bring them down here. Should you wake, I beg you, do not go up there. Remain here until rescued. Our colleagues have perished and only monsters remain. Years now and well after, blah 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 blah. Okay. So that was Howard. Available entry letters. Button mash. Father insists I practice my letters, so here we are. Button mash. Rizzo purple berry crunch, ready to eat. Traps cake flakes, berry purple flavored power nuggets. That just sounds like a song. Rare power punch, organic blueberry crackers, cheese, prosnini. There's always time for purple berry punch. New net worth 30 OZ 30G. Rizzo knock you out. 76 milk chocolate with caramel pea free nuts for caramel. Sounds like a kid practicing his typing. Today my father let me use the candy cane. It's called a scythe. He showed me how to be safe so I do not burn myself. Maybe I can use it to capture another woolly friend and make him proud. Howard has not moved this morning. His tummy is very still and he is very quiet like mother was when Howard took her tubes out and cried all night. Oh, I think White Hat is my father now. I don't know if I'll be able to be proud, but I will do my best. That's when Dad died. Auto mechanical controls. Disable security. Sure, I mean, why not? Kinda wish I could talk to you, but I can't. So this is a really cool little nugget down here with a not like super in-depth story, but just enough to make it interesting if you read it all and look around and understand what's going on. The scythe and the candy cane don't really seem to be worth anything or very good at all. Neither is armor. Still wish I knew more about those coils and stuff. This planet has a lot of... Is she petting his back? I don't know which one has the armor on. Huh. Interesting, interesting. We are going to head up to the ship and then we're going to make a decision on what to do next, because I don't 100% sure know. I think we're going to take the ship back to the Groundbreaker, I think it's called, to turn in all the explosive stuff we have in all of our fuel tanks.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
I have not talked to everyone on the ship in a very long time since we've done this entire planet. So I'm going to take a moment to check all their rooms. We are looking at just more knickknacks for these guys. See anything good I can take? No, that has not been replenished. The little freaking drone thing is so over the top loud. They need to go through the sound files and turn that down a few decibels, I think. Because it's just a little toy and it's just hyper loud.
Since the Rangers decided their 8th back should stay in the Wednesday zone.
So what are you guys arguing about?
Felix, the Rangers threw that game.
Were we listening to the same game? The Rangers were robbed. The Hammers had the judges in their pockets.
Teams that play poorly deserve to lose. That's a fundamental law of the universe.
Don't bring religion into this, preacher.
The
Hello.
Rangers handily snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. If you can't see that, let's just agree to disagree.
I disagree.
Don't get in the way of the giant combat robot who really wants to clean the ship. Do I have a second? Of course I got a second.
I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. It makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Is this about Graham Byrett?
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
I mean, the morally bankrupt thing is, like, people can change. They can change for the better, and in history, bad people have come around to do good things. It doesn't necessarily justify their previous actions, but, like, condemning someone for life... But, I mean, he didn't atone for... I don't know. It's a really hard, gray area to go down on people. Don't go looking for role models, Felix. You'll just ask him to be lied to. He was sorry for what he did. Graham's a piece of trash. He's dead now. It doesn't matter. He was sorry.
He was sorry for getting found out. Graham never cared about anybody but himself. You'd never
Possible.
do something like
He was
that,
on the
would you?
super power trip.
Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Graham wasn't the one who killed all those people. He just how it happens. Sure, for the right price. Never. I mean, we kind of did by taking that power module out of the corporation place. We're gonna go with number 2.
I'm sure Graham told himself the same thing. He wasn't the one who held the gun and pulled the trigger. All he did was turn a key. The thing is, that's all it takes. Sometimes the difference between right and wrong is turning a key or looking the other way.
That is
keeping
true.
your mouth shut when you ought to speak up.
Yeah.
Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
So he would be an interesting character to take with
Hey, boss,
you.
got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
I mean, First off, I was gonna say he'd be good to take with you for all the Graham quests, I guess, if you probably have some good interaction with him, because he seems to worship Graham. I did not know that at the time. Now this question, what do you do if a friend up and disappears and then comes back 5 years later asking for something? I mean, listen to what they say. If they need help, if they've never wronged you, then, I mean, you could still owe them, or just feel, and I don't know. If they're a person in need, you should help them. Shock and disbelief seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth, lulz. That's cute, Felix. What's her name?
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Another time, Felix, you go over to... Sure, sounds important to you.
Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Thanks. Not a problem.
What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you about this Haro guy. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Let's go number one.
Sure thing. Ask away.
What's a guy like him doing all the way on Scylla?
I've been thinking about that. Scylla's about as far away from civilization as I can imagine. Cold, barren rocks and the occasional mining operation. Clyde wasn't exactly a prospector. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Thanks for that, because yeah, we will find out when we get there, but I do appreciate that. How well did you know the guy?
Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey.
How to punch people, sucker punch them.
Got him in the end. Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something.
You said he was your mentor?
Yeah. I was just a lonely orphan kid getting my knuckles dirty. Clyde? I want to say he saw some potential in me. Like as not, he just took pity on me. So he took me in. Gave me a place to live. Gave me something to believe in.
Doesn't sound like a terrible guy. We should at least go check out what he's doing. You think Kara might be in trouble?
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production.
Okay, that changes a few things. Must have made some enemies, talked about revolutions, or mine.
Clyde wasn't an idiot. He kept his head down, worked hard. Did as he was told. You're not going to catch him standing on a soapbox decrying the tyranny of the board. But when the Mardettes had their backs turned, oh yeah, he carried on about starting a revolution. Said he was going to do something big.
Well, maybe he did. Never mind, let's talk about something else. We should not part ways.
How you managed to get Zora and Sanjar in the same room?
Zora and Sanjar, I mean, because I'm awesome like that. That's how, thank you very much. What the... That's how you get from level to level without using elevators? That is freaking awesome! Can we talk to this guy? It's your back. That's your front.
Sanitation ticket. Error. Refill printer paper.
Okay, decommissioning you from side your fire. Good work, Sam.
Customer, this area is utterly filthy.
I really want to take him with me, but I kind of like the people I'm working with now. So I'm kind of... Yes, 22 there. What you got going on back here? Your helmet just pop
I could
off.
hire myself out to ships in need someday. Be my own mechanic, like how Ellie's her own doctor. I wonder sometimes.
Break time's over. That's my only option to that question, but yeah, I mean, there's no reason you can't. It's not like you're enslaved to me, or at least I don't remember her being enslaved to me. Do I have anything on my terminal? No. Chip was gonna say something, but then she didn't say anything. What is this? Graham's patch. Torn from Graham's jacket, Zora sent this to you with a note. I thought a keepsake might dull the pain, but it hasn't. Graham may have been a psychopath, but he still built the foundations for our movement I'm trying to keep alive. Maybe there was another way. I don't know. I've got to let it go. Abandon all hope for a better past and use the to say. He used to say, it with my thanks. You never want a beer, stop by Cellar Bay. If you ever want, not ever don't want. Because, y'all know, I am the best reader in the world. So I've got, one established dominance alien nuke system of hunting the most dangerous predator in the mountain. Going on. So I've got that. Got the Borscht Factory sign going. This was Zor's in charge of concept fighting, so that's that Conicons flag. Whoa. Ant Brother's Secret Lab 2000. That's hilarious that I took one of those. Well, I guess I never really realized all this clutter building up in here. Definitely cool. Still wish I could play the board
you might
games.
want to consider changing your clothes more often.
Got coral up there. And, you know, speaking of my clothes, we should run all the way down here. Get up this, repair, hold R to repair all equipped. I mean, I shot my stuff, have I not? My fingers, yeah. So, my stuff definitely needs repair, like there's absolutely no tomorrow. There we go, now it'll let me repair all. That would explain why I was doing almost no damage with this thing earlier. But anyways, guys, we're out of time for this episode. I've been kind of putting it off because we need to talk to the rest of the crew, but there wasn't enough time to start up a whole nother conversation and get through it. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Look at this view. Still pretty. Big old gas giant. I really do appreciate you all stopping by. I should look at the camera when I say bye to people. Eye contact, talking to people, not my strong suit. I'll see you guys later. Digby out. Been doing the wind-up thing still. Don't know why. It just looks like I'm jacking off to you guys because there's no real motion of me getting closer and farther away when I do little circles. So we're just gonna do it, guys. It's fine. It happens. I wish it was this long and this big. It'd be ridiculous. They're like 3 feet. But anyways, this just got really, really, really weird. So, yeah. Bye.